Left shoulder.
Austin had her 11th double-double of the season, and Clark.
It's the Marina Mabry trade, and she has stepped up her game in that opportunity. Caitlin Clark for three.
Responded to by Marina Mabry. And here is Clark, wide open, knocks down a triple.
Wings are dominating in free throws.
Clark, step back, hits a three.
Hard check, tough to keep in front.
Clark, step back, hits a three.
Working it around here for the Fever. Good ball movement on this possession. Logo shot.
For Coach Side and this team.
Clark with 9 points, 7 assists here so far. Clark crossing over and dropping her
on a 15-2 extended run from the end of the first quarter. Clark again.
When you're not seeing them.
Clark from way downtown.
Three triples.
Clark trying to answer. You bet.
Sky. Caitlin Clark running things. 8 assists, 15 points in the first half. Looking to add.
Involved more on the offensive end.
3 players in double figures. Clark.
Donald, who gives it a swipe. Clark, step back, hits a three. Shooting just 29% here in the first quarter. Clark looking aggressive. Clark launches.
The Sky shooting 38%. Caitlin Clark.
When most people think of Caitlin Clark, they picture the deep threes and the flashy passes. But tonight, she reminded everyone of another part of her arsenal, her ability to attack the rim and finish through heavy contact. From the very first quarter, she showed no fear driving inside. The defense collapsed, hands reached in, bodies bumped her off balance, but she still found ways to score. A spin move here, a Euro step there, and suddenly the ball was dropping softly off the glass. One play early in the second stood out. She drove baseline, absorbed a hard hit midair, and still managed to hang, adjust, and kiss the ball off the window for two. The whistle blew, the crowd erupted. It was an and one that showed just how much strength and balance she really has.
Her career at multiple levels. Tina Charles just had 2 points. Clark has space. She's going to let it fly.
Ice cold since that first quarter. Clark way outside. You bet.
And stop other players from other teams from scoring.
Well, last year Indiana was 10th in pace. Christy Sides telling us Clark.
I'm not sure who is benefiting. I guess you have to say the Wings right now because they're up.
Clark. Here is Clark. She will launch and bury it.
45 blocks last year. Clark for three.
Before the Liberty fell to the Aces in 4 games. Clark connected. Clark trying to take her defender, pulls up and
Clark, a little bit of daylight. Second half. She had 13 in the first half, but has picked up a triple-double here today.
Sure was. Top 4 scorers at the college level here.
Up the second because she got 2 in the first quarter against Connecticut.
Clark connects. Back Benley. Here's Clark, a good look from 3. She got.
Girl had told me about you at Texas Tech. They wanted the offensive foul.
The season's a bit more condensed. Good turnover for rookies like Clark, and she weaves her way inside.
And it wasn't just about brute force. Caitlin combined craftiness with toughness. On one possession, she faked a step-back 3, blew past her defender, and finished with a perfectly timed scoop layup over the outstretched arms of the center. That mix of creativity and control is what makes her so difficult to guard. The defense kept trying to cut her off, but she read every angle. When they walled up, she leaned into them, drew the foul, and calmly sank her free throws. When they hesitated, she went straight downhill, finishing before help could even rotate. She was dictating the terms of every drive. Her teammates fed off that energy. Every time she attacked, the defense scrambled, opening up clean looks for others. Even when she didn't score, her rim pressure created opportunities that swung the momentum in her team's favor.
Clark working on Van Loo. Oh, Clark, pretty step back, hits a 3. And now Clark comes up with a steal. Clark thought about pulling up from 3, will dip inside and let
career last season. Clark gets away with a little push, fall away.
Wheeler finds Clark from the logo.
Already at 10 looking to tie last year's winning record.
And it's not about your competition, who you're playing. It's about being confident in who you are.
Just needs to find a way to get a little bit of space.
Here's Clark turning the corner, lays it in.
And 12 assists now for Seattle.
Clark drags her out, races in. Clark will lay it home.
Manage in the league. Good coaching move.
Clark turns the corner and gets to the rim.
Might be worn out by the end of the year. She's had a couple shots from the Gainbridge Fieldhouse logo. Here's Clark on the drive in the fifth.
Now Will from Boston splits the double team. She'll flip it up with the right hand and score.
Person shooting better from the three by percentage than her teammate Kayla McBride.
Clark takes it. And what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And
really the difference in the game right now. Clark
Three
leaning.
rebounding advantage. Clark pulls, fire.
First in the league in fast break points.
Clark cut it.
Clark pulls off that screen.
Can't hit on three. She's got 9, 8, and 5 right now. Clark with the step back deep two. Money.
Away by Clark. Here's Clark. Ahead of the field, Caitlin Clark has her. 6 to shoot. Backing down. Clark leans in and banks it. Had this crowd on a string at Barclays as Clark able to bank it.
Clark left alone. Bad idea.
And another turnover. And Clark beats the pack back.
Studio. What's up, Ari? Welcome to the studio, girl. Caitlin, playing together, you will hear all of these favorite players talk about the flow that they're developing.
Of size and strength and experience on the interior.
Clark on the drive, gets inside, and I'm going to get chucked. Backdoors, Clark lays it in.
Personal fouls here through 3 quarters. Dejanay has taken a new step.
Late in the third, she had perhaps her most impressive highlight. Caitlin drove straight into the heart of the defense, got bumped hard midair, switched hands in the middle of the shot, and somehow flipped it in. Plays like that don't just get 2 points. They send a message. She's no T backing down, no matter who's in her way. By the end of the night, she had piled up layups, free throws, and tough finishes that kept the defense guessing. It was a reminder that she's not just a shooter, not just a passer, she's a complete scorer who can dominate anywhere on the floor. Caitlin Clark didn't just show finesse tonight, she showed toughness, and once again, she proved she can score on anyone, anywhere, anytime.
Trying to make something happen. Behind the back. Backs the basket and gets.
Wheeler, Clark launches, hits a throw.
Trying to find some space.
Isolation here for Mitchell. Clark, another.
Down. Clark on the fake. Clark weaves inside and the reverse.
On the weak side, but she comes off a pin down here, wide open.
Capacity on defense that has started this run for Atlanta. The help side's got to be there.
And with Noelle Quinn, as you mentioned, no challenge.
Clark 3-ball in the way.
Here with the Liberty and the WNBA. Phoebish, the rookie, defending the other rookie. Caitlin.
The break. Here's Clark. Still trying to find her rhythm. A deep pull. Got it.
She wasn't going to be able to see Katie Lou after last night's game, so today, really the first time they're seeing her.